Hello, everyone! Welcome to Nature Check, the show where you come for the game and stay for the science. Ooh, now I'm getting some feedback from somebody.
That was my bad.
No worries. We are incredibly grateful to all of you who have chosen to spend this evening with us, or this afternoon, whatever your time zone. If you have any questions for the cast, make sure to put them in the Twitch chat so that we can respond. And of course, be sure to check out the reference section down below for the social media handles for the entire Nature Check cast, including all of the people you see on the screen right now. Don't forget, if you are not able to watch us live or you want to share us with your friends, you can, as always, find the sessions for all of our TTRPG games in video form on our YouTube channel and in podcast form on all podcast platforms. Now, let's get into what we're actually doing today. We're doing another special non-D&D one-shot, and today's game is a fun indie-style game called TRPG, but you get to be a cow. This system was created by Adrian Lum, or @Arnivold on Twitter, and I'm putting the link to their itch page in the Twitch chat right now so that you can go check out all of the different games that they have created. You can find the game we're going to be playing as well as several others on the itch page. And while the system is free to download, donations are appreciated. So please go support Adrian and all of the cool stuff that they make. Excuse me. Cool. Nobody wants to hear my allergies. Okay, so now that we know what we're playing, let's get into who's playing it. My name is Sheryl, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm a PhD candidate studying ecology at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and when I'm not doing my research, I'm a science communicator and the host of the Roving Naturalist on YouTube. Tonight, I'll be the one running the farm and wrangling the cows. Next, we've got two friends you may recognize from video game streams here on Nature Check. First, there's Emily.
Hello, everyone. I'm Emily. I obtained my master's from University of Illinois Chicago a couple years ago, but now I work in the field of healthcare administration in a company here in downtown Chicago. And I'll be playing the cow named Moira, who is fiercely loyal and would do anything for her cow friends. And my pronouns are she, they.
And then there's Sarah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Manka-Worthington. I'm a PhD candidate over at Indiana State University. I study ecology and physiology of lizards. So normally I'm out in the deserts of Arizona, but I'm right here today. My pronouns are she, her. The cow that I will be playing has a bit of a limp, and she's a little bit grumpy, and her name is Colleen.
And we also have, well, one but kind of two special guests with us tonight. So that's Dr. Kiki et al.
Hello, yeah, I'm Dr. Kiki. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this today. This is my son, Kai.
Hello.
And he was just really excited to be able to be part of a Twitch stream RPG. So we are playing together as Marilyn Moonroe, a moving pictures starlet who also works to support the underground resistance against
the Farmers Association.
The farmer overlords, yes. And her underground undercover name is
Miss O'Leary.
Miss O'Leary. Yes.
Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
I kind of made up the part of like trying to take down the Farmers Association. Mommy made up the moving pictures part.
Love it. Good teamwork. Okay, so let's get down to the business of becoming cows. So this game is elegant in its simplicity. The rules are literally a page long, so I am going to go through the important parts, and we're sort of going to develop this right here on the stream. One of the fun parts about this kind of game is that it requires a lot of improv, even more than like with a traditional D&D game. So here we go. You all already have thought about your cows' names and their personalities and maybe even their appearances a bit, but you also need some stats because this is a TRPG, which means we're going to roll some dice, and the dice help us add some chance to the world so that we can determine the outcome of actions that your cows attempt to make. So you will have 4 stats. This is the part where you need to take some notes briefly on a piece of paper. Your 4 stats are chew, moo, hooves and cool, because we like double O words. So chew is your ability to chew your cud. Moo is your vocal skills as a cow. Hooves is the stat that determines your speed and physical agility. And cool is your ability to be an awesome cow, so kind of like your aesthetic. All right, so now you have those 4 stats. Between those 4 stats, you are going to distribute the following values. 1 will wind up with a -1, 1 will wind up with a 0, 1 will wind up with a +1, and 1 will wind up with a +2. So the -1 goes in something that you are not very good at, and the +2 goes in something that you are very, very good at. So you kind of distribute those 4 values among your 4 stats to help sort of flesh out your cow and their personality and their abilities. And so when we roll checks for those 4 abilities in the game, you will roll your 2d6 and then add the values of those 2 dice together, and then add the value from the relevant stats. So if I were to ask Colleen for a hooves check, as you said Colleen has a limp, perhaps that's not such a great stat for her, so you would roll the 2d6 and then add or subtract whatever value that is, and that would tell you how good or not good she did at that hooves move. Wow. So that is how that works. Your herd, your group of you all, live on a farm. So I would like, we'll go around and I'm going to ask for each person to give me some characteristics of the farm and or the farmer to sort of build the world that we're going to be gaming in. So Dr. Kiki, can you give us a name for the farmer?
Jim.
Hey, the farmer's is Farmer Jim.
Farmer Jim, no last name. Okay.
How about Greg? How about Gregory?
Gregory. Okay.
Farmer Greg.
Farmer Greg.
Yeah, Farmer Gregory.
Okay. Farmer Gregory.
Farmer Gregory.
All right. Emily, is Farmer Gregory nice, not nice, old, young, grumpy, friendly?
I think Farmer Gregory, since I'm trying to think. I'll probably say he's probably on the older side. I get the vibe that he may be a bit grumpy, if depending on just how the farm's doing at that time. If there's a bit of a recession, he might be a bit stressed out. So I'd probably say normally he's neutral, but during this time he's under some stress. He's a little bit frustrated. And depending on how the RPG will pan out, if we do end up having to overthrow the farmers, we may or may not be. Unhappy. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So Farmer Gregory, kind of neutral, can get stressed out. Awesome. Sarah, do you live on a big farm, a small farm? Is it well kept? Is it kind of run down? And where are we?
Oh, goodness. Well, you know what? We are, because I did my undergrad in Wisconsin, we are in Wisconsin.
A good dairy state.
Sounds a good dairy state.
Yes.
Great dairy state.
Cheese curds are everywhere.
Exactly. So we are a smaller farm, but it is pretty well kept. Farmer Gregory does a very good job trying to keep it up. However, when we were younger, Farmer Gregory liked to. He didn't really remember to take care of the farm very well sometimes. So it's definitely improved. It didn't used to be very good.
Okay, nice. We like to see improvement over time. Amazing. All right, so now we have our setting. You all are 3 cows out of, maybe there are more. There are probably some other animals on this farm as well. It's a small to medium-sized farm that's sort of improving in its upkeep in somewhere in Wisconsin. And this farm is owned by a man named Gregory who, has his ups and downs, but you all have lived on this farm probably your entire lives. So we begin on a nice morning in the summer. It's not too hot out. Maybe there's still a little dew on the grass, and you all are beginning your day. So this is the part where you get to start improvising. I don't know. Failure to launch on that pun. This is the part where you get to start playing as your cows. Don't be shy.
So exciting.
Well, that was a cold night.
It has been a cold night.
It's been very cold out. Is there any extra hay over there?
I think
It's
I could.
all mine. I've been hoarding it because, my milk. I've got to make sure I have the best milk. It's going to be lovely milk. But I'll share because we all have to be cows together. We're in this together.
Yes, Marilyn, you do have the best milk. We do know that. But do you perchance have any hay to keep warm with? I need to warm up my achy bones.
I might have. No. You said no. We say no. She says no. We say no.
It's okay. I'll just stretch
all
and
the milk.
I'll just
Don't
go
have
for a
enough
little
to spare for
canter.
warmth.
Okay. So are you gonna go out of the barn into the pasture?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some sun on these old bones.
Okay. Give me a hooves check to start things
no.
off. First roll, and then
All right,
I'll
how many die-
explain how the rolls work. Yeah. So you're gonna roll your 2d6 and then add or subtract the value of your hooves stat. Oh.
That's an 11 minus 1, so 10.
A 10. All right. So a 10 plus is considered to be a total success. So that means, Colleen, you go trotting out of the barn. And even though, you said your joints felt a little achy after the cold night, as you start moving and as the sun is coming up and sort of, drying the dew off of the grass and you can feel your skin and your muscles getting warm, you make a nice little trot around the pasture. It's nice to see cows frolicking in the early morning. What are the rest of you doing while she's on her constitutional?
Yeah, look at her out there.
We should probably join in.
Well, if she's out there, she can be seen. We should be seen.
Yeah.
We should be seen. We should be seen. So we are going to go out into the pasture also.
Okay. Also roll me a hooves check if you're going to canter around. Let's see what happens. Whoop! Whoop! Ah! Dice down!
+1, so we have a 7.
A 7! All right, so a 7 to 9 is considered a mixed success in a game like this, and a 6 or lower is a failure. So a mixed success basically means that what you wanted to do happens, but there might be some kind of complication. So Marilyn, as you come trotting out, you're very focused on the way you are looking and trying to sort of catch up to Colleen, and you don't look where you are stepping, and your hoof goes into not a hole big enough that you're going to twist your ankle or hurt it or anything like that, but as you keep moving, you hear this sound behind you. Are you going to look at what the sound is?
We should look.
No, we should run.
It should be it might be a photographer.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Yes.
So
we will look behind us.
Yes.
Okay, you turn your head over your shoulder and realize that hole that you stepped in must have been a ground nesting yellow jacket nest, and there is now a cloud of very angry yellow jackets sort of flying after you as you run around the pasture.
No! We're trying to run faster.
Okay, you trying to run faster?
We're trying to run. We would like to run faster, but daintily and like a moving picture star would run.
Okay. Give me another hooves check, and we'll see if you do better this time.
Can we run?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
6.
+1. 7.
Again. Okay, another mixed success. So you managed to outrun the yellow jackets, but it's not quite as graceful as you might have hoped. It's not the pretty picture. It's more of like a panic.
Boo!
And Colleen, you hear and see all of this happening out in the pasture with you.
I, I'm just rolling with laughter.
Moira, what are you doing in the meantime?
Moira hears some commotion going on outside, so I'll make my way out of, I guess our barn as well. So I reckon I gotta do a hooves check.
Okay. You're also running? Everybody's running. There's lots of
Yep.
running.
Being chased by the wasps.
Wait a minute, we're cow.
Let's see. So, oh dear. So these are not.
Shaking.
Well, first, let me confirm. Do I need 2 of the 6-sided die or 3?
2. You're rolling.
Cool.
You're rolling 2 at one time. Yeah.
Cool. That is what I thought. So that makes this even worse. So we got a 4. And then the stat I assigned to the hooves was the not so great one of -1 because Moira is a little bit clumsy. And if she's like, me personally, I have asthma, so she may have, I'm not sure if cows can also have asthma, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
Some kind of respiratory issue that does make it a little bit harder to run fast.
Alrighty, so you get a 3 total. Okay, that is squarely a failure. So Moira, you hear the commotion, and maybe because you're sort of startled and want to get up quickly to see what's going on, as you are trying to leave the barn, your flank hits a set of shelves, and all of this equipment comes clanging down, and it kind of smacks you, so now your back is a little sore, and there's just all of this, like, you know, boxes and bottles of things that the farmer has stored in the barn, and like rakes and all kinds of stuff just everywhere on the floor in the barn. But you're now outside and can see that Marilyn seems to be fleeing from some wasps, and Colleen is just frolicking.
This is a very eventful Monday.
Yeah.
So hashtag
Also, I
Mondays.
feel like being chased by wasps is worse than having a sore back. But I think we actually got a catastrophic failure then.
A catastrophic failure?
Catastrophic failure.
And because of the incredibly loud clanging of all of that stuff getting knocked over when Moira got up, you hear a bit of, it's not like yelling per se, but like raised voices from the farmhouse. It sounds like maybe Farmer Gregory or one of his family members heard that and is coming out to see what all of the commotion was.
Oh dear.
Now you've done it.
Oops. I just wanted to see what my friends were doing. I didn't know if someone was hurt.
I like that you're saying this as if you could like tell the farmer, like, my bad, man. Like,
My bad.
moo. All right, well, if you're trying to sort of like, act cute so that he's not mad at you, you can give me, I'll let you choose since you did say moo. You can either use your vocal skills and roll moo, or you can use just your general cow aesthetic and roll cool. And we'll see if you can convince him not to be mad at you.
I think I'm going to go with my moo stat because it did assign that one a 2. Because Moira, because she is very loyal to her friends, she likes to reassure them that they're great cows. She had some loyalty to the farmer at some point, but at the same time, she generally is skeptical, can be skeptical of people's intentions. So if there's ever a time that the farmer was like not so great to the cows for whatever reason, Moira would be like, I don't know if we can be friends.
All right, roll me some moo and we'll see what happens.
All right. So I got a 7 plus 2, so that'll be a 9.
A 9 is on the upper edge of a mixed success. So you moo, and you're trying to make it sound sort of placating, I guess, to the farmer as he sort of stomps up the hill from the farmhouse to the barn to see what all the commotion is. And he looks in the barn as you're mooing, and he sees all the stuff all over the floor, but your mooing doesn't placate him so much as it makes him concerned, so he sort of climbs up over the fence and comes to check on you because you've got these marks on your back from where the stuff hit you. So he's still kind of stressed out, but it doesn't seem like he's upset at you as much as he is concerned that you might have gotten hurt.
Now he's gonna think there's a coyote in the fence.
Oh no, a coyote.
Oh man. What are the other two of you doing in the meantime while Moira is making a mess?
Well, we've recovered from being chased.
Mm-hmm.
We got away from the wasps, but now we see Farmer Gregory going over to Moira.
So we're gonna act cool.
We want to act cool, but we also want Farmer Gregory's attention because, you know, we're a starlet, so we need all the attention. So we're a little jealous, so we need to go over to the farmer and Moira.
Okay, yeah, so you're putting on a little bit of an act.
Got to put on a cool act,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, roll me some
We're gonna
cool.
use
Let's see.
Let's roll for cool and see if
Yep,
it works.
Roll for cool.
Roll for cool. Oh, no.
Oh no. Oh
Four,
no.
6.
6. Okay.
6. Okay. That is
got 6.
unfortunately still a failure. Yeah. Marilyn's trying so hard.
Today.
Marilyn's not having a good day.
I think this time I'd like you two to narrate for me how Marilyn fails to be cool and to get attention.
She trots over and tries to act super cool, but as
she's heading over, she trips and stumbles, and
she falls down a hill.
she falls down a hill.
Oh man, yeah. So you're sort of the pasture isn't completely flat, and as you're trying to get towards Moira and the barn and the farmer, you sort of trip and rather ungracefully sort of tumble, which does make
Tumble
him
down a little hill, and we're covered with dirt and plants.
Yeah.
And so we get up and make our way
And some
over,
sticks.
but we're just kind of a mess.
yeah, kind of
Just
No.
a mess.
Just
Not the way we
dusty.
like to be. No.
for sure. Yeah, he sort of picks his head up for a minute while you're doing all that, but yeah, he's definitely tending to Moira, and then he starts to like put things back up on the shelves, and he's grumbling a little bit to himself while he does that. Wow, there isn't a there isn't a stat for like looking around at stuff, but Moira, would you roll me a cool check, because that's just your awesomeness at being a cow,
For sure.
while he's putting away that stuff.
I got a 5. I do not have any modifiers for that one.
Okay, then never mind.
Great.
You don't see anything out of the
Nope.
ordinary. Nope. Okay.
Well, that's okay. Colleen was gonna go head out and see if there's anything interesting.
In the barn or out in the pasture?
Out in the pasture, I kind of want to see if Marilyn falling down scared anything up, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Give me a cool check for looking around at stuff.
That's a good
Nope,
thing.
that's a 4.
This is very quickly going downhill, folks.
But
Much like Marilyn,
At some
unfortunately.
point,
Oh
someone's gonna
man.
do it.
So Colleen
If someone
starts.
won, does that mean game over?
No.
No. But Colleen, yeah, you start to wander farther out into the pasture to see if Marilyn might have stirred up anything interesting, and you sort of get distracted eventually, and you just sort of start like grazing off by yourself. You're having like a daydream moment. Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Much like a cow.
Eat that. What's
Just
that?
So you do not find anything exceptionally interesting.
Which makes me wonder, in a cow, people who study cow behavior may be able to weigh in on this, how attentive cows are generally, or if there's like how much variance is there between cows? Like if they're easy to like get distracted from some things. Like I know how some pets like you have to put stuff like some stuff right in front of their faces, if that applies to cows as well.
That's an interesting question. I mean, I am not a behavioral ecologist, and I'm also not an agricultural, expert, but I have spent a bit of time around cows and cattle in general, since cows are really just the ladies if we want to get technical. But yeah, I think that as with lots of other kinds of animals, you know, when you're looking at cattle or bovids more generally, since we were talking about bison off screen earlier, yeah, they have lots of different variation in their quote unquote personalities. In behavioral ecology, we talk about shyness versus boldness. So yeah, some of them are certainly more inquisitive or ready to sort of explore new things, and others are very reluctant to explore new things. So yeah, I think there's probably, you know, this is a realistic representation of the range of cow personality. Yeah.
Cool.
According to an article from the Royal Society Open Science called Long-Term Consistency of Personality Traits of Cattle, they write that their findings indicate that personality changes in cattle around sexual maturation are probably owing to major physiological changes that are accelerated under typical management conditions at this time.
So puberty.
Puberty, cow puberty.
Cool.
They go through changes like other mammals.
Yeah, that makes sense. Neat. Good Googling. Wow, that was fast.
Oh,
Cool.
I am good at this.
It's almost like it's your job or something. All right. Okay, so we've got Colleen is sort of distractedly starting to graze over in a corner of the pasture far away from everybody else. Moira is still standing kind of at the entrance to the barn, and Marilyn, you are picking yourself up and trying to dust yourself off as best you can. Yeah.
No one saw that. It's fine.
No one saw it. No one saw it.
I'll be fine.
That is dedication. I appreciate it.
In fact, you meant to do that. It was on purpose.
So good.
I'm just in training for my new role. I mean, it's physical comedy, the next moving picture that I'm a part of.
Do all your own stunts.
Called,
Exactly.
It's called A Cow Falls Down.
Yes.
It's going to be a blockbuster hit.
Are you telling this to anyone in particular, or just sort of saying it?
Off to the camera like The
Saying
Office.
For Moira's attention, because she's watching what's going on.
And for the press.
Yes, because I know the paparazzi are around somewhere, and they're going to need this information. They know. They need to know.
You look over, and there's definitely a group of ducks kind of on the just on the other side of the fence, and they're definitely watching you. They're probably listening.
Oh, the ducks? They're not really ducks. They're like robot ducks. They're like camera microphones.
Yeah, and the press controls them. The press controls them.
That's right.
It didn't get us long to get to
Remote-controlled
birds.
ducks.
Or
Birds aren't
government
real.
Drones, yeah.
In order to get scoops on different stuff without people knowing. Who knows? Maybe even one of the cows among us is a robot.
Or the farmer himself.
Well, this took a weird turn.
Did I just turn this into Among Us? D&D? D&D Among Us? Who is the imposter?
The cow poster.
The cow poster.
The impasture.
But I'm fine. We're fine. We're constantly doing press for our upcoming pictures and gonna keep practicing. Oh, look. I stumbled again on purpose.
Give me another cool check, and we'll see how your acting is improving.
No, it's not.
5! We got a 5!
I mean, we're lucky we had a +2 on that roll, but...
Oh, no. that was with the +2?
Could have died.
Oh, my goodness.
We could have died.
You're just really feeling off.
We could have died.
Yeah.
A true icon.
Yeah, Marilyn, you're feeling off this morning. You don't know what it is, but you just got up on the wrong side of that pile of hay? Not sure.
My hay.
Yeah.
My hay.
It was a cold night.
Yeah.
It was a cold night.
Yeah.
Hashtag Mondays.
I know. Yeah. Gotta
Mondays in the
figure
Midwest.
out some way to get your mojo back. Get yourself back in a
Mojo.
good mood.
Do.
Mojo.
Mujo.
I mean, we are watching things and wondering, whether Moira's skeptical of the farmer who's putting things away and what he's really doing, because our other part in the resistance against the farmer overlords, we want to make sure that she's not falling prey to false...
One of his tricks.
Yeah, maybe he's just being nice for a trick. Maybe yeah.
We need to take him down. Now. Before
Indeed.
it's too late.
Oh my god.
I could also see in the plot where, like, while we do have beef, LOL, with the Farmers Association, there could be a plot point where it's like, do we know if Farmer Gregory is a part of that, or if he's actively also fighting against them? Where we're trying to see if he's cool with the cows, and what his dynamic is with the Farmers Association. So it could be either way.
Who knows?
If that makes sense.
Maybe Colleen is...
Sorry. Can you say that again? My
She
Zoom did
seems-
something weird, and all of a sudden I couldn't hear
Oh.
you. Sorry. Yeah.
I said maybe Colleen, you seem fine. Maybe Colleen is actually capturing intel from a distance. Maybe she's not as distracted as she seems.
Hashtag cow spies.
Colleen, would you roll me a chew check while you're out there?
I'd love to.
We haven't used that one yet, so.
Ooh, that is a 9 plus 2, 11.
This is some really... You found an amazing patch of grass to graze. You are so happy and so very distracted from everything else that's going on right now. It's very good grass. The method acting in this episode is just really top notch. I appreciate it.
Love it so much. Sometimes
Thinking about those ducks.
Yeah.
Thinking about those ducks.
What are they up to?
I feel the same way sometimes. Like, you just see ducks doing their thing. You're like, wow, look at them go. Wonder what their day-to-day is.
They're so great. Love ducks.
Quack, quack, waddle, waddle. Quack, quack.
Yep.
Pirate spawn.
Gonna go swimming sometimes.
Quack, 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 quack.
Next great one-page TRPG, you get to be a duck.
Yes. In the sequel, you get to be a goose.
No!
Yeah. Just an adaptation of the video game. Yeah.
Yes. Just causing mayhem. And in this game, we're causing mayhem, but as cows.
Untitled
Yeah.
game.
Speaking of which, I don't know who. Yeah, Moira, you haven't done anything in a moment. What are you up to now that the farmer has come over? He checked on you, and now he's sort of like doing stuff back in the barn, putting all those things that you knocked over back on the shelves and stuff.
A part of me wants to acknowledge the farmer and be like, I mean, I can't exactly offer to help as I am a cow, but I want to like assure, like, be like, are you good? But I don't know how to actually ask that. Being a cow, I guess I could moo at him to be like, moo? Are we okay?
That is a thing you could do. Yeah, give me a roll and let's see what happens.
All right. Okay, so higher number than before, but not so. Actually, we got an 8. So it's not bad as it has been in the past, but not as high as it could be.
Yeah, it's a mixed success. So yeah, you sort of come over to him as he's putting things back on the shelves and rehanging tools, and you moo, and he just sort of absentmindedly pats you on the head, and then goes back to what he's doing. So he didn't like super interact with you, but he sort of acknowledged that you were hanging out.
Cool, and that is fine enough for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to cause any unnecessary stressors. I know he's under some stress in general. The farm market isn't doing so hot. Although I feel like in Wisconsin, I don't know how often it would be that a dairy farm would undergo some stress because there's a lot of demand for dairy. Although I don't really know much about the dairy dynamics in Wisconsin, so I don't know.
I think in general it's difficult to be a farmer, and I think it's only becoming more so. Yeah.
Especially for a small farm.
Exactly. There's lots
That
of
makes sense.
subsidies and other things going on to try to help keep people like that afloat. But even still, yeah, you're right. If it's a small family farm, that's becoming very difficult to do.
Yep. Yep. That makes sense. So I don't want to make his life necessarily harder. While we have our stance on the Farmers Association, I'm not trying to necessarily make his Monday any harder. Mondays can be hard enough.
Marilyn, you have been, as you said, trying very hard to like get the farmer's attention or to look cool, and so you've sort of been at least partially watching him put things away on the shelf because you're trying to see if he'll look over at you. And as you see him putting things away on the shelf, you see that up on the top shelf, so it's probably like a good 8 feet, he's got a little like step stool that he was using to put things back. He's putting away a nice brand new unused salt lick.
I like
Amazing.
salt. That sounds amazing.
Salt
What a
lick
nice
good.
treat.
Good. Salt lick good.
Yeah.
Get salt lick.
Do we want to go?
Good salt lick.
I mean, we were going to go talk with Moira about how she's buddying up with Farmer Gregory, but I mean,
salt lick.
the salt lick does take priority.
Yes.
I mean, the
lick,
salt
good,
will
good.
just make us feel better.
Good,
we'll
good,
be
salt lick,
happy.
good.
We want to lick that.
Good salt lick.
Okay. Good salt lick. Good.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you like to do to, what would you like to do about this salt lick?
We want to.
Do we want to go try and get up on the step stool and knock it down, or do we want to try to get the farmer to take it down for us?
I feel like we should go up there and take it while he's gone.
So if he's looking somewhere else, okay, when he
left.
when he's
leaves.
looking the other way, we're gonna try and get it down off of that top shelf.
Okay, so right now you're doing the don't be suspicious. Yeah? Okay, give me another cool check and we'll see how well you just hang out.
Okay, I'm gonna. Are we 8?
8.
8 total? Okay. Yeah.
8 total.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to pay much attention to you. You're just kind of hanging out. You're definitely sidling closer to the barn, but not in a way that he really takes any notice of. So he finishes putting things away on the shelf, and he hops back over the fence and goes back down to the farmhouse, probably to finish his breakfast or, do business stuff or whatever it was he was doing down there before the commotion.
Cow farmer things.
Yeah.
Very casual.
Casual. Well, we're making our way over there, and we've been sidling over, and he goes away, so this is our opportunity.
So we have to use hooves.
Moves?
Mm-hmm.
Moves or hooves to try and get it off the shelf.
Yeah, if you said you were thinking of trying to use this little step stool.
The step stool.
Yeah, so it is a narrow step stool made for a person, not for a cow. So what I'm going to tell you to do, you only have 2 dice, right? So I'm going to say this is more difficult. So basically in a game like this where you're using the 2d6 system, disadvantage means that you would roll 3d6 and take the lower 2 of the 3. So this is a very difficult check. So basically roll your 2 dice.
Roll the 2 dice, and then we'll roll 1 more after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
Right. Okay, so now that's low. So roll 1 more, right?
6.
So you're going to you're going to add up the 2 lowest of those 3 dice values.
The 2 lowest. So it was the 4 and the 2. So it was 6.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
7, 8.
Do you have anything to add to your hooves?
Oh. Wait.
and then we're hooves or moves.
Hooves is the stat. Yeah.
So we're 7.
Okay, 7. Yeah, so it's definitely awkward. You're putting your feet a lot closer together than you normally do. It looks kind of funny because cow legs, they have kind of round bodies, so your feet don't normally go right on top of each other. But you manage to sort of balance your way up on this step stool. And now you're kind of looking right about at the shelf where the salt lick is. Are you just gonna reach out?
Wait, I'm the salt lick. My hand's the salt lick.
We're almost to the salt salt lick, but we can't quite reach it. It's just out of reach.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to try to get to it? Or to get it?
Can we get a... Is there anything nearby that we could use to knock it off the shelf?
Yeah, there's a collection of tools that had also fallen when Moira bonked everything. So there's like some rakes and some trowels and a shovel or two, you know, all kinds of things that you would use to
we
like
picked up a shovel?
muck out a barn.
No, we just picked it up in our hand.
We don't have a hand.
No, in our hooves. In our hooves. We basically just...
You can't pick up anything with your hooves.
Yes, I can. You can do anything if you believe. So basically, we lift up the shovel in our hand, like this. And we just stand up there and go...
And knock it down.
Your optimism about how cloven hooves work is amazing.
Farside cow, okay.
We're a special Farsighting cow. Farsighting cow. From the invention of Farside 12.
So you're trying to like grab a rake or something to knock the salt lick down? Yeah?
Yeah, we'd like to get a shovel and knock the salt lick down. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Let's see. That's probably also an agility thing. So roll me hooves again and we'll see how you do. Whoop.
2 out of 3 again, or
no, just 2 this time.
just
yeah.
2? Okay.
Okay, I got a 6 on this one.
No, do it. That
I
doesn't-
did roll 1. Okay.
Ooh, that's good. And this is hooves.
Mm-hmm.
11.
11, a total success. Yeah, you deftly reach out with your teeth and grab the handle of the rake and sort of sweep it across the counter, or the shelf rather, and knock that brand new salt lick and it bounces down onto the floor of the barn.
Woohoo!
Hooray! I love that for you.
To celebrate our victory with an utterly ridiculous cow dance.
Ooh, an utterly ridiculous cow dance. Roll me cool and see how good it is.
Roll a cool. Oh, where'd it go? That would be... Oh, it's a 9.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty cool dance.
Pretty cool dance.
pretty-
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Moira, were you still sort of next to the barn? You might have noticed the dancing.
Indeed. What's it called? Because I love to support my friends' successes, I will join in the celebration of the salt lick.
Are you also dancing?
I will also dance.
Okay. Roll me some dance.
A cow dance party. And oh my god, this is exciting. I got a 12.
Oh wow.
Some cool dance moves.
Moira is tearing it
Moira is
up.
gonna bring.
So very good at dancing. Are you doing the moonwalk?
Yes, and I'm bringing the moves.
Of course, we're still jealous of them because they had better moves than us.
A little bit, yeah, but that's okay.
But it's still okay because we also were really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have a better sense of ourselves than
Yeah. I think the duck paparazzi definitely noticed.
I was just gonna say, some chickens have joined the ducks and they're all just on the other side of the fence watching the two of you dance.
I am watching you
I
dance.
want to know what Colleen's up to, out with that grass in the pasture.
How's it going, Colleen? Have you
So I've followed a trail of good grass. It's right along the hedgerow, and then it kind of curled its way in towards the barn. You know, farmer must have been dripping some really good alfalfa or something. And I come across my friends dancing.
They are indeed dancing. Just inside the barn door.
But I smell the salt lick, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. There's a brand new, untouched salt lick there on the floor.
I'm gonna try to nose my way towards the salt lick. And I'm not gonna participate in dance. I'm gonna wag my tail a little bit, but that's about it.
You're not dancing. Okay. She's too cool for dancing.
I understand.
So
I'm
Marilyn,
also imagining the salt lick, much like how in RPGs you'll have like some kind of lighting on it, you know, where it's just like this is a special item.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, like has all these crazy like cool like rainbow light coming from it. It's like crazy colored.
so
Exactly.
Marilyn,
Like
are you going to
glowing
share
gold.
this special salt lick with your friends?
We will. I believe I'm celebrating, and with the farmer having come in, I'm feeling like we need to come together as a community.
Amazing. So yeah, there it is, available for everyone.
Salt lick for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We'll all lick of the
Yes.
salt.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you. Yes, good find.
You're
I'm
welcome,
imagining the sound effect whenever you get like something valuable in Legend of Zelda, the do 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 do. That plays when yes, that's the special one. Exactly.
You got salt lick.
Yes.
Lick it to gain all your health back and go back to maximum health.
Right. Is the salt
Exactly.
lick going to make us healthier? Happier? Hydrated?
It's making me thirstier.
I couldn't hear what you said. What did Colleen say?
It's making me thirstier.
I
Oh.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go? Is there a stream nearby? Or do we have a water trough?
A trough? Do we have a trough?
Let's see. I have thoughts. I'm gonna roll and see what happens. All right. So, Colleen, you start heading over to the trough, and it is dry. The farmer has not come over to fill the water trough today.
What?
That's the
So
saddest.
sad.
Why would he do this to us?
Because he doesn't really care about us. He's part of the Farmers Association. I knew it all along.
We must stop them! We must band together, join with the other farms and their animals, and take over the world with the Farmers Association!
Cow domination.
Wow.
Yes, cow world domination.
Big dreams.
Since we've lived here for quite a while, is there a spout that we've seen the farmer magically get the water from?
Oh, like the hose. Yeah. Yeah, you've probably seen where he sort of he uncoils a hose from like the outside of the barn. So outside of the fence where you all are, it's sort of like looped around like a hook, right? And so he unloops it and drags it through or over the fence and fills up the trough and then, hangs it back up when he's done. So yeah, you know that there's something like that.
Do I have any other farm animal friends hanging around the farm?
Give me a cool check and we'll see if there's anybody hanging around who might be useful to you.
7.
7. The ducks and the chickens are still hanging out.
Hey, ducks. Ducks,
Stay away from the ducks.
you like water, right?
Yeah.
They like water too.
Yeah,
I like water a lot.
there's a spot on the barn that has water.
What?
Yeah, yep, mm-hmm. Good ducks. Do you want to go get it?
How?
You just go over there and smack it a bunch with your feet.
The hose?
Yeah, the hose. Yep, the hose. You're a smart duck.
Okay. So, 3 ducks waddle over to where the hose is, looped up on the hook, and they're gonna, as you said, smack at it with their feet, and we'll see how they do.
I wish this could be animated.
I
I can do that. I can do that.
know. All right.
So
This
is it-
scene.
Is the hose gonna fall off or end up on the ground somehow now?
Yeah, so they got a 7.
How
so
now,
they
brown cow?
they smack it with their feet a few times, and like the coils loosen, and the like the squeezy part of the hose, the handle, the spout, whatever, like flips off of the hook. So they've like loosened it, and it's like one revolution off the hook, but it's still mostly rolled around. So they got a little bit of work done. I guess if they sat there and kept kicking at it, they might eventually get more of it off of the hook.
But the ducks are useless. All they're here for is me. They're not gonna help us.
Ducks, can you just try to squeeze that? Just bite it. Try to bite it. Ducks are good at biting, right?
Bite what?
Bite the the handle, the end of it. Bite the shiny metal handle of it.
Okay. So one of them will try that. I'm making it hard because it's like a big open space.
Ducks have...
Yeah. They have serrations on the inside of their beaks, which is really fun.
I was about to ask what their the teeth situation was.
Yeah, they have like or at least some ducks and geese have like bristly tongues. And also, yeah, they have, or at least some of them, Canada geese, I know for an absolute fact, have serrations on like the edge of their beaks, because I used to work at a wildlife rehab. And when you have to give a Canada goose a pill, you have to put your fingers in its mouth in order to put the pill down its throat, and my fingers got chomped on a lot. So yeah, they...
Sounds painful.
Good for chomping, good for weeding the stuff they want from the weed.
This duck got a 5 though, so it kind of like bites on the handle, but it's not quite enough to like, you're not sure if like, because you can only see like kind of, you're looking like over the fence, you're not sure if it's not squeezing hard enough, or maybe the spigot wasn't turned on, or what, but there's no water coming out.
Let's try and roll and tell them.
I feel like we have a couple of options here. We could either try and get out of the pasture and go stare at the farmer through the window of his house.
We could go
Or one of us could go try and pick up the hose and chomp on the handle ourselves.
Desperate times sounds like we should get out of this fence.
Okay, no chomping on handles. Let's get out. Can we? Yeah, we're gonna go tell the farmer. We're gonna go stare in his window.
We're about to go say, blow this popsicle stand.
All right. So how are you going to try to get out of the pasture?
Is the gate open or closed? Did the farmer did the farmer leave the gate open?
He did not. He did close the gate.
We got to figure out how to open the gate. We can do this. I'm going to try to figure out how to open the gate. Can I roll for that, or?
Yeah, give me a cool roll. We'll use that as your sort of like investigation. Cool is the default for everything.
Ooh. No, I'm not doing so well. No, that was a 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you come over
Wait,
to
that was 6. Still a failure.
Yeah. So you come over to the gate, and you're not sure which side of the gate you should be looking on, like left and right or in and out. Like you're not sure. So you kind of spend a lot of time just sort of like staring at the gate, thinking like, well, where would I even look to start to try to figure out how to open this thing?
No. No. No.
If you moo loud enough, we might be able to get his attention.
Maybe if we all moo.
A collective moo.
Use our moo. Can we use our moo?
Yeah, you can roll a group moo check.
Yes.
Yes.
Through our collective cow power. Cow-lective.
Your collective.
Yes.
Mine is a failure. Mine was a 4.
Colleen.
9.
A 9. Moira.
Got an 8, so I'd say that's like a mezzo forte moo.
Yeah. All right, so we got some mixed moos going on. There's a lot of mooing, of various volumes and qualities. And you can see Farmer Gregory kind of like the screen door on the porch of the farmhouse like swings open. You hear that as the spring stretches, right? And he kind of sticks his head out and looks at the pasture and just sees you all standing there mooing. And like shakes his head, says something about cows, and like goes back inside.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We should really, I mean, we should try to get his attention again. That worked, but it wasn't enough.
We could. We
One
could try
more
to break the fence down.
Now she might
We
think
could. We could use our hooves ability potentially to see if we can move the fence out of the way. Or maybe
kinda
like
getting tired of Farmer Gregory forgetting our water.
indeed, or like we could nudge it with our head, because you know how like some fences, it's just that like one C-shaped thing that goes like over a pole. We could just do that kind of number. I'm not sure how that actually looked. That felt ridiculous.
All right, so what do you is each person or each cow trying something different, or are you all working on one strategy together?
I think I may try to nudge.
Okay.
Would that be more of a hooves
Nudge?
or a cow, or a hooves or a cool?
I think I'm using hooves as like your physical stat, so yeah, give me a hooves.
Should we hooves and push on the gate also? Or should we continue trying to moo? Gesundheit.
Okay.
We have cow allergies. It's all this alfalfa.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Let's do hooves.
Hey, fever. Hooves. Okay, we're gonna push on the gate also.
Ooh, thank you.
Help.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Wow.
I think that
13!
Wow.
that is very useful because I got a 5.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay, so Moira has a good idea. Colleen's there for moral support, and Marilyn is getting very just amped up at this point. She's been having
I need to be hydrated.
She's been having a morning, so she's highly motivated. So you sort of, as Emily demonstrated, you sort of nudge the latch on the gate up, and it slides off the pole, and the gate sort of swings open.
We got to get that gate moving, so we
Yeah.
just gotta.
Yeah, it swung open, so now you are free
free.
if you so choose.
Now we just gotta go stare at this man's window and moo really loud.
And this utter madness is coming to an end.
No.
Because it's very important.
Window.
Can we just go get the water?
No, we're gonna get the farmer to help us. That's his job.
Because he has thumbs.
It's not my job.
He does
I
have
mean, the
thumbs.
farmer's like our servant.
Good point.
He needs to understand that we will not stand for this.
Nope.
I mean, no.
We're the money
If you
makers.
help us. We're gonna overtake the world.
Exactly. It's like a cow union, because like us cows, we are the means of production.
We are.
That's true.
Yep,
You
yep,
are.
yep. So I vote we go just moo in front of his window.
Is there anything? I mean, we're outside of the fence. Is there anything we want to look at first?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is
But-
there?
Is there anything else out there? What's around?
I mean, there's the whole rest of the farm, and it's
What
Wisconsin,
about-
so I imagine that sort of like, you've got this like barnyard and the farmhouse kind of at the bottom of the hill, and the barnyard and then the barn and then your pasture, but like outside of your pasture, there's maybe some fields that they might have alfalfa or some other crops growing in them. There might be like a sort of tree line separating these fields from someone else's fields. There's probably a road connected to the farmhouse that goes who knows where.
Ooh, and didn't you say that there's a stream nearby?
Yeah, there's probably I don't know if you would know that for certain unless you'd ask the ducks, but yeah, there's There's a stream that sort of runs through that sort of like tree line area. Yeah.
Cool,
Let's go over to the tree line area.
We could ask the ducks if there's a stream in the tree line area. Because I'd say, hey, ducks.
Yeah.
Where's their water? We're out now. Where can we find the water?
Over there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
ducks.
duck friends.
Duckarazzi.
If we weren't cows, I'd want to pat them on the head.
You just nudge their head.
Right, you just like the poor duck is knocked over.
Please.
And the one duck says to his other duck friends, duck.
We're really expanding our pun repertoire.
I'm loving this duck dialogue.
I mean, so yeah, they have
It's
indicated.
quacking me
Dying.
Kai's upset.
Help me.
Okay, we need to roll because we need to move. No, we need to hoof it. We need to
Hoof it.
hoof it.
All right,
Yes.
you're gonna hoof it over to the stream.
Woo!
Whoa, gosh, enthusiastic dice roll.
Okay, that's a 4 and a 5 and a 1. 10. 10.
10.
Success.
Marilyn, now that you are out of the pasture and sort of, prancing your way through the sort of the edge of the farmyard and going towards the stream, like your day has gotten so much better. There are flowers and there are butterflies flying around you as you move. You feel so much better.
One of them even landed right next to my ear, just like a little, like,
Very
a
cinematic.
fascinator.
Yeah.
I have it's a real cow fascinator
Yeah.
made out of butterfly.
It was magical.
It's magical. It's too bad I was running away from the duck paparazzi.
All right.
Nobody got a picture of me in my best moment, but I was on my way to the tree line and the water. I think I cool it.
Are the other two of you following her?
Indeed, I'm interested in going to the stream. I'm going to the stream on a stream, it seems.
I feel like that was a reach.
It was.
That one made me laugh.
I'm not ashamed. I don't regret
You're
it.
not? Okay.
No.
How about you, Colleen?
Yeah, I'm gonna head over towards that stream. I do know that I've seen some animals flying around, in the past, and some really big animals with long legs. Something like sandhill cranes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are definitely some birds in the air around you.
Yeah, but I'm a little distracted by those.
Fair enough. Colleen's is very distractible. All right. So, what are you doing once you get to the stream?
Well, I need to be hydrated, so I want to drink some of the water. So I'm going to daintily go down to the edge of the stream and dip my head down toward the water to take a sip.
Okay. Even though the stat is called chew, we can use it for drinking as well. So give me one of those.
Okay. Oh, that didn't go so
4.
well. That's a 4.
Do we fall into the stream?
So,
Fish come and land in our face. Now.
so the bank of the stream has a lot of sort of uneven, it's like a rocky edge to the stream. So Marilyn, as you are daintily trying to pick your way between the rocks, you step on one that sort of slides out from underneath you, and instead of like daintily dipping your face into the water, you sort of like just nosedive into the stream, and there's like water up your nose, and there's mud on your face. Yeah.
Marilyn, are you okay?
I'm not at my best.
We don't eat fish.
Are there any fish?
We are
what?
the fish.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you
We
that.
are the fish.
Give me a cool check to look for wildlife in the stream.
We're looking for wildlife in the stream, or
You
is
asked if there
Colleen?
were any fish. Yeah.
Oh, we should check and see. Are there fish? Is there wildlife?
Fish friends.
That would be a 9.
Yeah, there's some tiny little fish. You don't think you could catch one even if you wanted to, but you do see some little fish swimming in the water, and also a crayfish, a crawdad, whatever you'd like to call those. Yeah, there's one of those sort of crawling. It sort of did that thing where they like jet backwards out of the way of your big snoot diving down into the mud, but it's still sort of crawling around on the bottom looking for detritus to eat.
I'm sure that crawdad.
There's some little fish and a crawdad. I don't think the crawdad is interested in us.
Are you sure? I kind of want to look at it. I don't get to see many.
You have to come down here yourself
to
see it. I can't do that for you.
Oh. You don't have to be. You know what? Fine, Marilyn. And I'm going to go stomping towards the water.
You're stomping, huh? Give me some hooves.
Oh, no. With my one gimpy hoof. That is a 7.
Okay, yeah, you stomp, kind of, and then you're like, okay, now I have to be less mad or emphatic and more careful so that I don't slip and slide on all these rocks. But you make it down to the edge of the water eventually.
I'm going to try to get my nose really close to the water to look for fish.
Okay. Give me a cool check to see what you see.
10.
10, yeah. So you see the fish that Marilyn mentioned, and also the crawdad picking its way along the bottom. And you also notice some water pennies stuck to a rock very close to you.
Wow.
What are water pennies?
Oh, they're little invertebrate. They're little invertebrates that sort of like suction cup themselves to rocks.
Oh wow!
In streams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're
are they only freshwater?
Yeah, and they're actually so I don't know if any of you have ever done like invertebrate stream study, but water pennies are one of those things that are very sensitive to pollution. So if you see water pennies in a stream, it means that the water is nice and clean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Great, because I fell in it. I'm glad it's at least cleaner than the mud that's covering me. My favorites in the streams to look for are the, what are they called? They're the little invertebrates that cocoon themselves up with all the little rocks and stones.
The caddisflies.
Yeah.
Caddisflies, yes. Because they're like little jewelry under the water.
Have you seen, I don't remember where this was, but I saw an article about a couple that had set up they made a giant artificial stream on like shelving in their garage. And they made there were little like tubs that the water flowed through, and each tub had a bunch of caddisfly larvae in it and chips of different semi-precious stones. And they were having the caddisfly larvae make their tubes, their little homes with these different chips of semi-precious stone. And then when the larvae were done with the tubes, they were taking these little tubes of semi-precious stone and turning them into jewelry. And I thought that was really cool.
I love that.
Right?
Maybe I should stop doing science podcasting and just make caddisfly jewelry. That sounds like a good life.
Yeah. I was just impressed that they made like an artificial stream that the caddisflies would be happy in. Like that seemed really cool.
You probably have to have the flow rate correct, like to make them happy. And what would the caddisflies need?
I don't know.
No.
Right? This is like a little bit more complicated than like having an ant farm.
Yeah, or like a worm bin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Moira, are you coming to join us in the stream?
Indeed, I'm going to make my way over there as I would like to quench my thirst. All that dancing just got me thirsty. So I will do a chew check to see if I can gracefully get down to the stream. Because Moira is also not the most graceful as well. But it seems to be a success because we got a 10.
All right, yeah. So
You're graceful today.
Yeah, you pick your way through the rocks a little more carefully than, or successfully than the other two did, and you come and just sort of gently put your big soft nose in the water and start drinking.
The snoot, the cow snoot.
They're so soft. Oh my goodness.
Really? Oh, I love knowing
that. It's so
that.
velvety.
It's amazing.
And the way their fur lays on their heads, there's usually like a rosette or like a curl of fur sort of in between their eyes, and like if you scritch that on a cow, like their eyes look up at you like it feels really good. So it's kind of like petting a dog when you pet a cow.
I've heard that like cows are essentially cats, just bovine.
They're pretty cool. I would recommend everybody pet a cow.
Yep.
Only a cow you know.
Well, yes, of course. Get its consent first. All right, so now you are all at the edge of the stream, and Moira has had a drink, and Marilyn has had a dip.
A dip. And now I'm telling myself that, the mud mask was on purpose. This is...
Yeah, you gotta moisturize.
Yeah.
Moisturizing. It's helping to keep my snoot velvety and soft and young, youthful.
Yep.
Got to keep it youthful for the cameras.
Gotta keep that fur on your face soft and,
While I'm watching the wildlife, I'm going to kind of nibble at the water to try and get a drink or two.
Okay.
Just occasionally.
Sort of periodic and distracted. All right.
Yeah.
So while you all are sort of hanging out at the edge of the stream, interacting with it in your own ways, you hear a rustling on in like the bushes on the other side of the bank.
I would like to see what that rustling is.
All right, yeah.
I don't think that's a great idea.
I want to find out too. The stream has lots of cool stuff.
What if it's the paparazzi?
It could even be the geese this time, which are the more invasive of the bird paparazzi. But Moira, being fiercely loyal, is also protective of her cow friends. So she's like, I'm going, for the protection of our cow community, I'm going to go investigate. So I reckon that necessitates a cool check.
Sure.
Because I'm a cool cow, hopefully,
cool cow.
maybe this time. But I'm not. That's not a very observant cow in this instance, as I got a 5.
Okay, so you walk into the shrubs looking for whatever made the noise, and you don't see it immediately, but you hear this little, like stamping on the ground near you.
Wow. I have even more questions. Can I moo to see?
Sure.
Like a cow person would be like, hello?
Yeah, go for it.
Moo?
Moo. Let's see.
Moo?
All right. So we got an 8 this time.
Okay, so you moo, and as you moo, you see moving out from under the plant cover, still stomping its little feet, is this small, fuzzy, black and white creature.
Oh, wow. What could that be?
Oh!
What?
Oh no.
What?
Is this a skunk?
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, it's about to be a smelly time. I don't want to cause any trouble. I'm just going to back away slowly.
Okay. Give me
Would that be a hooves check? Oh dear. The way that this can go. All right. Okay, so we're great. So I'm at an 11.
Okay, yeah, so you just you realize what it is and you're just like, nope, and just sort of backpedal without even turning around back, and you walk, back into the stream, and the skunk does not seem to follow you.
Good. Oh, let me sneak
having
past
so
you.
much better day than I am, Moira.
Moira, what was it?
This was a skunk. A smelly, sometimes smelly. I feel like skunks may not always be smelly. 100%.
You get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they only spray sometimes, but the group that they are, sometimes belong to and sometimes not. Taxonomists like to argue. But the mustelids are all of the musk animals like otters and weasels and skunks. They all sort of always smell a bit, but the skunk has the ability to spray the smell more than those other animals. Yeah.
I see. Yes, I wasn't sure if it would be like a situation like I know nothing firsthand about ferrets, but I've heard that they're particularly smelly.
Yes, and even baby skunks, like baby skunks don't have the ability to spray right, while they're doing their first part of growing up, but they still smell kind of skunky, just in general.
I understand. Sometimes, like, the skunk smell almost reminds me a little bit of Starbucks. A little bit. Like, there's something about it that's, like, a little bit adjacent to coffee. I don't know what it is. Like, weird. It's just a little adjacent. And I don't mean that as, like, an insult to coffee smell. It's just something about it that I'm like...
It's just a strong scent.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good.
Yeah.
All
Like
right.
burnt popcorn.
But you did make it away from the skunk without...
Yes. I've been good on my hooves today, but generally, Moira's not as graceful.
So the two of you see her sort of coming back towards you butt first.
And knowing that she's coming away from something and not continuing toward it makes me think that maybe we should not stay at the stream, even though it has been a lovely spa for me, at least.
It's
Lovely spa experience, very natural and lovely. But if Moira is backing out of a situation, we should not be here anymore. So I'm going to check my hooves to move on out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we don't get a rock.
Gosh darn it!
Those dice must be weighted in the wrong direction. What'd you get, Marilyn? You definitely, as you are making your way back up the bank, you chose a different path to go back up than when you came down, and you wind up finding yourself, you don't know, like, you sort of moved pretty far into it before you realized what you were doing, and so now you are sort of squarely in the center of a briar patch.
Ow!
With all these beautiful little white and speckled blackberry bush flowers around you. So it's very pretty, but also kind of pokey.
Pokey! It's a lot of pokey, and I don't like it. I would like to... I'm going to eat the blackberry briar, but maybe I'm just going to chomp on it.
Okay, sure. Give me a chew and see if
Try and get it away.
free you.
Oh, that was nicer. Okay, we've got a 13. No, we've got a 12.
Oh, yeah.
Nope,
No?
that was a -1. Sorry, we've got a 10.
A 10. Still a complete success. So, yeah, even
Still
though
good.
you wandered into the briar patch, but you're like, no, I'm so done with all of this today, and you take your teeth and just start ripping the briars apart, and you make a path for yourself to escape.
Girl power.
Yeah.
You okay?
Cow power.
Cow power.
Cow power. Cow power.
That's about to be both a sticky and a stinky situation.
Yes.
We've
Indeed.
narrowly avoided a lot of bad fates.
I ripped myself free of this briar patch. Where do I come out? Am I coming back out near the farmhouse, or are we down the road, or...
Yeah, you're pretty much still, like, in the farmyard area. You're a little, like, farther down the hill than where you started, because you sort of skirted the edge of your pasture, like the outside of your fence, to get to the streams, and now you're a little closer to the farmhouse, but still on your property.
Right.
Marilyn, where are you going?
I'm tired of all this. I'm going to go stare at the farmer.
Why don't we just go into the city?
I mean, I don't want to go to the city.
Go to the city?
You could become
Like
a
sheep in
famous
the big
actor,
city.
though.
Oh, God.
That sounds like a great time.
Oh, my God.
Little Cow Big City?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
What's a
so
city?
another movie. You could make and you could
My
become
in-
super famous.
My voices.
Yeah, we all know about your internal voices. Yeah.
Internal dialogue. Okay, we've decided not to go after the farmers and stare at him. Yeah, we're gonna go to the city. We're gonna go down the road. We're out of here.
Okay.
I'm done.
Marilyn,
done.
what's the city?
Gotta go into the town.
To find opportunity.
Cowportunity.
Yep.
Cowportunity.
Utter opportunity.
Should I check my hooves again?
Well, yes, because so as you might see in a lot of agricultural areas, the driveway, as it were, to the farmhouse, sort of right before where it meets the road, because there's a sort of a fence around the whole property, right where that fence is, there is an area of the driveway that isn't paved. It is just a series of round metal bars with spaces in between them, and that is something that you do not love the idea of walking across.
No.
So you can use your hooves if you'd like to try to cross it.
Sounds fun.
We can escape. We can do this, right?
Yep, and if we fail, we keep on trying.
And if we fail, we might break our leg.
Oh,
We might break our legs.
It's a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Success. We
Mix.
make it out, but we broke our legs.
It could be worse.
No broken legs.
We made it out, but we broke our legs.
We slipped and tripped.
Yeah, you sort of slipped and tripped your way. You are now on the other side of that grating, but you did it in such a way that Farmer Gregory did happen to notice it out the window, and so he comes out onto the porch of the farmhouse and is like, "What are you doing? How did you get out?"
We stressed him out, didn't we?
Yep.
Take Farmer Gregory.
He's stressed.
I don't care. Revolution!
So now we have to run. Now we have to run.
Are you running and leaving your friends behind, Marilyn?
Are we leaving the friends, or are we waiting for them to come? Are you coming with us? You have to choose now.
Yeah, I want to go with.
Okay.
Moira?
Moira would always support her friends.
All right, give me some hooves. See if you
Alrighty.
can make it over the
Is
grating.
there a way around that's not the cow?
There's a fence. That eyebrow. She's like,
What do you say?
Jump the fence.
I think for hooves, I got a 9.
Okay, yeah, so you also, it's not super graceful. Again, these things are designed to keep cows on one side of them, so it's not awesome, but you do make it to the other side and come to stand next to Marilyn, yeah. And Farmer Gregory is making his way down off the porch and coming towards you guys.
Oh no.
This is very Untitled Goose Game vibes, but it's cows.
Yeah, this is a very Untitled Goose Game.
So
Are you
Untitled Cow Game.
hijinks. Untitled cow game.
Untitled
Alright.
Cow Game.
Except it has a title,
Yeah.
but
All right,
I'm gonna
Colleen.
try it.
Colleen's gonna
You
try
can do it!
We believe in you, Colleen.
Come with us. One of us.
That's an 8.
An 8,
Hey.
you also ungracefully, but you do skitter across the grating, and Farmer Gregory now, with the last of the 3 cows on the other side, is now breaking into a run and coming towards you.
Okay, so now we all need to run.
Move it, ladies.
go, go, go.
So the road goes, you can either go right or left. Which way would you go?
Right.
Right, sounds like a good time to me.
Alright, this
so
is Marilyn's idea,
You
so.
turn right and just peace out.
We're hoofing it.
You're hoofing it.
And we have let's see, that 8, 9. We rolled a 9 to keep hoofing it.
Okay, yeah. So it's
We're making our way. Okay.
yeah, it's a little weird to run on pavement that's not like a material that you're used to, but you're still
Don't
making...
like it. It's hurting my feet.
Yeah. You don't
Yeah,
have
because we don't
like-
have horseshoes or anything.
Exactly, you don't have like horseshoes
I'm
on,
going to
so-
get hoof blisters.
probably or something like I don't know.
That
if
might be the cost.
they get blisters or
the mix.
I don't know. There are all kinds of weird things that can happen to hoofed animals if they stand
Yeah.
on the wrong surfaces.
Poor hooves.
Huh?
Poor hooves.
Poor hooves.
Hooves.
Poor hooves.
Yeah.
All right, so you went right and you're running down the road. Is there anything that you would be like looking for or stopping for, or are you just trying to get far away from Farmer Gregory now?
Just trying to get far away.
Yeah.
We're looking for opportunity.
Okay.
Opportunity, whatever that is.
Okay. Marilyn, give me a cool roll since you're looking around for opportunity.
10.
10. Okay. So as you are running down the road, you are coming towards something that us humans would know as a billboard. But what Marilyn sees is this, like, absolutely giant, larger-than-life picture of a bottle of milk and a spokes cow on the billboard.
That's not Marilyn.
Amazing.
That's not Marilyn. It's
not
some
me.
other cow.
I am. I just. How could. Why?
It's not a cow you know.
I don't know this cow. Why am I not up on that billboard? I should be up on that billboard. We should
How
be
could they?
Who is this cow? Who is this milk?
Lawrence.
We need to go find them.
Their name is Lawrence.
I can't do this. I'm so tired. I try so hard.
Marilyn, I think it might have to do with what happened at the county fair last year.
We don't talk about that.
I know, but I think that's why. I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember. You really?
We just-
mean, it was only one cow cud.
It happens to the best cows of us.
I mean, I just happened to drop it on the judge's face when he was coming by to look at my udder.
Yeah, we understand. We support you, but that doesn't look like a cow that drops her cud.
It might. She might.
I bet she's dropped her cud. She just hasn't dropped it on a judge.
You know, I bet your milk is better.
Especially after I ate all those brambles. It's gonna
Yep.
be sweet.
And the
gonna be
cow coat is so
good.
moisturized.
It'll be the best milk ever. Yes. It'll be lovely.
So you're all standing and looking at the billboard and having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear coming down the road in the, like, behind you direction, like where you came from.
Oh no.
Sounds
We've
like
been had.
a vehicle.
Farmer's coming. Can we hide behind the billboard?
Yeah, go ahead.
In the shrubbery.
Would that be hooves, cool, moo, or chew?
I'm gonna go with cool again, because that's sort of the default for being an awesome cow. So that's the catch-all for anything that isn't the other three.
We gotta be able to be cool to hide
Yeah, you
behind a
gotta be cool.
billboard.
I got a 9
Ready?
to hide.
9 to hide.
Or
Okay, we got
maybe there's
8.
like room in the billboard for us to stick our heads through. Like those photo things like at the zoo.
I'm a giraffe.
Yep.
All right,
Or
so we-
stand in front of the billboard as the cow.
Right, yeah. All right, so we've got a 9, an 8, and what did Marilyn get for her cool?
I gotta roll. What do we get? How's our cool? Ooh, we're doing better. 12.
Okay, 12, yeah. So, Marilyn, you do, in fact, do the thing where you stand in front of the billboard and pretend to be the cow in the picture. The other two of you sort of scurry behind it, and you definitely, like, make tracks in the grass, but as the truck goes by, he doesn't seem to slow down or notice you there. But you did make tracks, so, like, if he came back looking, he might notice, but, yeah. For the moment, you're undiscovered.
I feel like
done
we may find some good snacks in this shrubbery, some tasty grass,
Probably.
possibly, to get our energy up as well, because this is taking a lot of cow energy, I feel.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of running.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been an eventful Monday, so I might chew on some grass in these shrubs.
Yeah, give me a chew.
Alrighty. Oop. We got an 11.
Okay, yeah, you do. In fact, it's new grass. It's different roadside grass, so it's, different than what you have in your pasture, and yeah, quite delicious.
Yay! I love a good afternoon snack, especially after a, what's the word? Not quite a heist, but just a sneaky escape.
Running a cowrathon?
Yes. I would love to watch a cow heist, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see, if I like the grass here. I don't know for sure. And I got a 6. So I'm...
It's not as good as Moira says it is. Maybe different tastes, but yeah. You're still sort of flustered about the whole billboard business.
I am. I'm so upset, and I've got an acid stomach now. I mean, one of my 4 stomachs is more of an acid stomach now.
I understand.
I'm also going to try to find a tasty treat.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired, and hopefully something where I can lean up against a tree or something. That's a 9.
All right, for Chew? Yeah, you find some stuff to eat. You got a bunch of snack earlier in the day, so you're not maybe quite as hungry as the other two who have mostly been doing shenanigans.
As cows do.
I mean...
Classic cows.
Mm-hmm.
Classic cows.
Yeah, so you're sort of hanging out in the shade of this billboard, grazing to a greater or lesser extent, and you know that Farmer Gregory went out in his truck, or you assume that was him. It sure looked like his truck. But you don't see or hear any other traffic on the road right now. It's, quiet country roads and stuff like that.
But I do, I kind of want to pick my head up and take a look at where the truck went and kind of see... Do we want to keep going that direction? Or, what is out there that we can see?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to be heading, we're going to sit here for a little bit, but is this it? Are we really just going to sit here by the side of the road underneath a billboard of not me?
So Marilyn, when you look around, you see a patchwork of kind of the same, right? There's fields and every once in a while a house and some tree lines, but you don't see anything that really sticks out as being different on the landscape. Rural America.
Rural.
I say though, we keep on going on the road because eventually we'll find something.
Okay, so we want to keep moving.
Okay, up the same road.
Yeah, maybe the truck will come back this way eventually, but do we want to go left? Do we want to go back the way we came? But then we'll have to go back by the farm again, and we were going away from the farm.
I say we keep going the same way.
Okay.
Because maybe he'll just drive around the block.
Maybe. We could even go parallel to the road so that we're obscured by the shrubbery, because I imagine there might be some green areas alongside the road, and maybe some open space to where we can walk. Maybe the trees are not so dense that we would not be able to get through, so we can
Maybe
obscure
there's
ourselves.
Some nice field borders we could walk through.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And that means snacks for the road, and everyone loves a good road trip with snacks. It's simply not complete without snacks.
Truly. Doesn't matter who you are.
Exactly. Everyone knows snacks are objectively required for a road trip.
It behooves you to have good snacks.
Exactly.
Well done. Should we roll for more hoofing?
You gonna keep
About
going?
to hoof it.
All right, let's go.
Roll to hoof.
Woohoo!
Uh-oh.
9, 10.
We got a 9 over here.
I got a 6.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So since you said you were going to walk parallel to the road, sort of in like the, like the ditch or the swale in between the road and the fields or the houses or whatever. Marilyn and Moira, you're doing pretty okay, picking your way along, eating snacks as you go. Colleen manages to sort of scrape her leg on the edge of one of those corrugated metal culverts that allows, water to drain under people's driveways and stuff, and it hurts a lot. You need to stop moving for a while.
Oh no!
No.
Hoofda, that hurt.
Oh no! Wow. Midwest, such a Midwestern cow, or very Midwestern cows.
Wisconsin. I mean, that's Midwest. Absolutely.
Oh
well, we
no!
can't keep going without Colleen.
Yeah,
No.
Moira has a stance of no cow left behind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would keep going because I got to get as far as I can away from that billboard. But I mean, I can't do this alone. So this is the resistance. We are the resistance. We have to be together. So yeah, we have to stop and check on your hoof.
Does the resistance have any allies along the road that we could
Any
ask for
mythics?
help?
That's a great question.
The chickens.
Is there a goat?
The chicken paparazzi.
No, those are the paparazzi.
They're a chicken paparazzi, and they aren't a bad paparazzi.
Looking for
All the
medics.
paparazzi are bad. We need goats.
I think the goats would be our friends.
You need goats? Okay.
Because goats get into stuff. Goats can, take care of stuff for us.
That's true,
Goats
they
are
do.
crafty, wily creatures. You want them on your side.
And they eat tin cans.
And they're very smart.
They certainly are. Is somebody going to look around to see if there are goats anywhere?
I'll look for goats.
Okay.
What would that be? Cool?
Your cool again is
My cool.
See if you have any allies.
10. Yes.
10. So I rolled, and there are not goats nearby, but you do see another pasture of cattle. Just like the fence, like the corner of the fence of that pasture is a few tens of yards away from where you're standing.
Friends.
Break
There
them
are
up.
some other bovids out in the pasture.
So we should go try to should we go and get help for
And get them to join
Colleen?
the resistance.
The community.
The community. Yes.
We have to come together. And since we don't want to leave Colleen, and we also so our mobility is a bit limited. We could also moo at them to see that it might be hard for them to cross over. In hindsight, I was going to say if we can moo to get their attention and they can come over, but that's a whole thing they have to figure out.
They could come to the edge of the fence, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, we can come. Yeah,
And we could bring them over the fence.
we're off of the hard road and we're in the soft ground area. So maybe all of us can all come to we moo. Let's
Moo.
moo first. And
Yes.
Yeah, get their attention.
Hey!
Do a moo.
Hey. Hey, you
Gonna-
cows.
We got a 9 over here.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
More dice on the floor.
We got a 5.
A 5. Marilyn's still, yeah.
Actually, we got a 3.
We didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Moo is 0. So
Oh.
we got
So between the three of you, again, to a greater or lesser degree, you make some moves, and eventually a cow from this field wanders over to the edge of the fence and sort of puts her chin up on the top rung and is like, "What you doing?"
Got ourselves in a situation here.
Yeah? I don't recognize you. You from down the road? Sorry, I'm
That's
doing
an
my
amazing-
best.
Oh yeah, sure, you betcha. No?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those pastures can really be too much for some of them.
We're escaping. We're going in search of opportunity. Our friend here has a hurt hoof. Can you help her?
Oh, yeah, that doesn't look so good. What kind of help were you hoping for? I don't know what I could do for that, but
I Oh no. Can you give us your hoof?
She like looks down at her foot and like looks back up at you real slow. I was like, no.
Well, fine then. Fine. You're of no help whatsoever.
What?
Oh dear.
I'm having a very bad day. I'm gonna make this all about me because that's what I do. But I mean, really, I don't want to go back there. But she needs help. We need food. No, we've got grass. No, I need water. I mean,
There's a place where we could clean the wound and maybe find some more water if there's any of that nearby, because the stream that we were at, we did run into a skunk, so we did not want to disturb the skunk.
Oh,
No.
yeah, well, we've got a water trough in here if you want.
can she stick her hoof in it?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Very safe.
How are we gonna get in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
What can we do? Where's
Where's
there
the gate?
a spot that's broken or that we can push through?
I don't know about any broken spots in the gate, or in the fence, but the gate's kind of, and she like turns her head to the right. It's kind of that way, down towards the barn in the farmhouse.
Can you make it, Colleen? Can we go there?
I think I can make it. It's pretty even ground here.
Okay,
We can
Alright.
make our way over there.
let's make our way.
Thankfully, it was already
do.
my shorter foot anyways. So
All right, so you are making your way towards the gate in the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we need a hooves check?
Yeah.
7.
7.
I'm really not great at walking on this uneven ground, but it's fine.
well,
Yeah, Moira is unfortunately not having the best time, so I got a 5.
5. Colleen?
I got a 7.
7. Okay,
Nice.
yeah. So you're definitely, you're all tired and a little frazzled. So you're picking your way along kind of slowly at this point. And yeah, so you're not making great time along the fence, along the road to get to this gate, and you see that the truck that you recognize as belonging on your farm is parked at this farmhouse.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Well,
Can we blend in with the other cows? Camouflage?
oh,
Maybe the coloration will be similar.
Camouflage.
Our ear tags are definitely different.
Oh dang.
Yeah, your ear tags are definitely different, but I don't think we ever got a description of what kind of cows you are. Are you Holsteins? Are you Jerseys? Are you Guernseys?
I'm not sure what
I'm a
that's. are.
Farsightian cow.
I'm a belted.
Which means we're white and black.
Yes,
right?
and we can also stand on our back legs and hold stuff in our hands.
Well, if you're the
We're
black and white ones, those
mostly
are
bipedal
Holsteins.
type of cow.
I'm a belted Galloway.
That's an obscure breed.
Galloway.
It looks like an
Gonna
Oreo.
Google
It's
that.
the Oreo cows.
I love those, yeah. Okay, so you're a belted Galloway, and the others are Holsteins, it sounds like. Yeah, so this field is also mostly Holsteins, so you could conceivably blend in if you got far enough away that the color of your ear tag didn't matter as much. But
We can
still have
hide
to
our
get
ears.
in.
We put our heads in the grass. Maybe like there's some long grass.
Mm-hmm.
We stick our heads in it. And they won't ever see our ear tags.
Okay,
And we turn away from the farm.
okay.
Yes.
Well, they see, yes, our rumps.
But you are still on the outside of the fence right now.
Uh-oh.
so.
No, we need to get in. We're not going to go near the truck. We need to get in.
Okay.
It looks like a fence that's similar, like the gate is similar to the gate on our pasture. We've done this before.
Yeah.
We're going to go put ourselves in another pasture.
Indeed. We are seasoned at this.
Her face when she said that.
One fence to another.
can't ever fence me in. My cow mind is free.
That's the real truth.
It's the truth. Okay. Cool? What was it, cool or hooves?
So
To open.
it's hooves to open the gate, but I'm gonna ask you for cool first to try to be sneaky so that the people in the farmhouse don't notice.
Because that's been going great for me so far. Oh.
Uh-oh.
4,
Like
5. Oh, wait, that's 11.
11.
I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm sneaky.
Moira is not so sneaky. We got a 2.
A 2. All right,
Ooh.
Colleen.
Oh,
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're more on the success side of things. So at least for the moment, you haven't noticed any humans noticing you.
Okay.
But more of the cows in the pasture are now looking at you and chewing. So now you can make your hooves check if you'd like to open the gate.
Gotta sneakily do this. This is a very cow heist territory.
Yeah,
I was hoping for a good heist.
I was too.
I have an 8.
An 8. Anybody assisting Marilyn in opening the gate?
We got an 11.
An 11. Okay, so that's
Things are
enough.
better for me.
Yeah, that's enough for you to open the gate without making a lot of noise. So you've opened the gate, so you can now get into the pasture. Are you going to close the gate, or are you just hightailing it farther into the pasture?
We gotta close it.
No.
Oh.
No, we just got to get in.
True, but they might notice it if it's open. I know.
But, I mean, yeah. Some other cows could get out.
That is true. In the midst of the chaos. And we want
It
to
is
free
the cow
our friends.
resistance movement.
Yes.
Everybody else is looking at us anyways.
Cows out.
Free the cows.
I want to free the cows. We need to
Yes.
leave it open.
Cows must be
That is
free.
true. Yep. I will change my position in that we will keep it open.
Okay, so you're leaving it open, and now what?
We're going to go stick our head in the grass.
I gotta go put my foot.
Yeah, we gotta go to the trough.
Okay.
Oh, the trough.
So we can treat Cowling's wounds. Maybe get some water so that we can move away from this farm with our newly freed cow friends. If they come along, it's okay if they don't.
Okay.
Marilyn was just thinking about herself again.
I understand. Our cows have their own autonomy, so they can make their choice. But yes, their own cow autonomy.
I was waiting for
We're
it. There it
together.
is.
One hoof for all.
All right, so Colleen is dipping her foot in the water trough to cool off and rinse out the scrape. Marilyn, what are you up to? Are you hiding?
I was going with you, hanging out.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Keeping it cool, and I did. I am cool. We're cool with the 12, so I
Okay.
am
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
With
But
my
all
friend.
of this talk about the resistance has some of the cows in this pasture listening to you and sort of getting, it looks like they're a little curious about what you're talking about with the resistance, and they're coming a little closer and like, what was that you said?
Oh, we gotta radicalize the cows.
it's time for Miss O'Leary.
It is time. It is time.
Cracks her proverbial knuckles.
Yes.
The grass may be greener. The other side.
Exactly.
It's your time to try.
We can be our own cows
Okay, time to roll a cool to tell them about it.
or moo.
Moo. We should
I think
maybe
moo.
We
Yeah,
have to
'cause now
roll. We
you're
have to roll
being
a moo.
Motivational speaker.
A motivation.
Oh my god.
No!
Leave the Zoom meeting.
I can't leave the Zoom. It's my Zoom.
And then it'll end.
Goodbye.
Game over.
Oh my god. So good.
It's just spinning and spinning.
Oh, no.
It's not gonna stop spinning. It's not gonna stop.
She's in
Oh, okay.
Inception. It's never
We
gonna
are just
fall.
at a 6.
A 6. Okay, yeah. So
Failed.
you start to give your speech, and it's maybe a little over the heads of these simple country cows. So less of them are listening now than when you started.
But it's giving such a good speech. Friends! Bovine! Countrymen!
Bovine brethren.
Bovine brethren! We have come to you today to speak of the grass on the other side of the fence. We have been there, and it is truly greener on the other side. Come.
It's tastier.
Yes.
Yes. Lend me your steers.
Dare we do a
Now you
collective
leave the Zoom
move?
call. Okay, so the motivational speaking is maybe not going quite so well, but Colleen, your foot is starting to feel better in the cool water, and for the moment, y'all have blended into the herd. Eventually you see...
I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Eventually, if any of you are looking towards the farmhouse, you hear the of the screen door again, and of this other farmhouse, because, you know, mandatory screen door, to keep the June bugs out. And two men, one of them is your farmer, come out onto the porch and are sort of looking around and talking for a moment, and then you see some wild gesticulating as they realize that the gate on this fence is open.
Oh no. Oh no. So we have some options. I think we can either obscure our heads so that our ear tags are hidden, or we can cause a disruption with our moves so that the other cows just run out and we can run out with them.
You want to cause a stampede?
Yeah.
A safe one. A safe one. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Casual stampede. Also loving Sarah, the pup in the background as well.
Yeah, Zeus. He's
Oh,
hungry.
he's so cute.
Oh my goodness. That's a really good snoot. So good.
All right, so are you hiding or are you attempting to cause a stampede?
I like the
I'm all
idea
in
of
on
the
the
stampede.
stampede.
A little chaotic.
Okay.
Miss O'Leary votes stampede.
Yes. I'll have to lean into that. So
All
I think
right, give me
do
some
we do a
moves.
collective move?
Yeah, give me some moves and we'll see
Yes.
what happens.
I'm so excited.
Roll. Maybe Miss O'Leary has a better voice than Marilyn.
Maybe.
Like,
Alter
isn't
ego's
this
better
O'Leary a
knowing.
different character technically?
You put it
Same
on a
character.
different cow hat.
Different personality.
I got a
No.
10 over here.
Okay.
You got a 9.
9.
A 10 and 2 9s? Yeah, y'all start mooing very loudly. And yeah, it's quickly taken up by other members of the herd, and everybody starts to get real agitated in this pasture. And as the two men are walking down the porch and sort of around the truck to come and close this gate, all of a sudden there are cows just headed for the gate, and the two men have to jump out of the way as they just scatter into the barnyard and are going all over the place, around the house, around the barn. Now is your moment. Where are you headed? What are you doing?
You know, I
In
didn't
all
think
of
we'd
the
get this far.
chaos.
I
thought we
didn't know.
We have to pick a spot to go? Let's hide around the barn? Should we just go run around?
Could we just run out?
Run
We
out.
could.
How's Colleen? How should we just? Is your hoof okay? Can we like go for it?
I'm good. I don't have thumbs, but I'm good.
A single hoof is raised.
Let's go.
Yes.
Thunder down.
So
Back on the
where are you
road.
going? You're going back out on the road?
We could follow the herd of cows, potentially do a hoof check to see how far we go with them? Question mark?
Hoof check.
Yeah.
Because
And
we gotta hoof it.
yeah, give me some hoof checks. But your moves were good enough that there are probably going to be a few cows sort of coming in the same direction you are as a distraction anyway. So
Woohoo! Hopefully they heard our message about the cow revolution.
Everyone wants to be free. They want to go out on the open road, going that way.
Gotta be their own cow.
until it's milking time and they're uncomfortable. But anyway,
Cow freedom.
how are the hoof checks?
We got a 6
A
over
6.
here, so not the best.
Nice.
I got a 10.
A 10.
Hoof check.
Nice.
Colleen's feeling better.
Much better.
We got a 7.
A 7. All right. So one full success and a mixed success is enough. So yeah, you make it back out onto the road, and there are like 4 cows from the pasture that you just liberated that are with you. So you are now a group of 7 cows
Liberation!
with mixed ear tags out on the road. And we have been cowing for about 2 hours, and I feel like this is a great place for the camera to sort of pull back, and maybe eventually we will come back and revisit the adventures of Marilyn, Moira, and Colleen. But going on this cow heist with all of you has been exceptionally fun.
Was that 2 hours? That was amazing.
Isn't that? Yeah. No, you guys did a great job. This was all...
I was like deep in being the cow. I'm like,
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. No, you were all
Definitely
heavily invested. This was entirely off the cuff. They had developed their characters ahead of time, but I had absolutely no plot planned. So I had so much fun seeing where you all would go next. And this silly one-page system...
I don't know.
We're at a farm now. Okay, we're at another farm. Now we just caused a stampede.
And we had so many opportunities for good puns. So yeah, this silly one-page system was designed by Adrian Lum. You can find it on their itch page, which I put in the chat earlier, but if you haven't seen it, I'm posting it again right now. So please go check out their itch, where they have lots of games that they've created. And again, they're free to download, but donations are appreciated. And thank you to Adrian for sharing a download key with me so that we could play this silly game and talk about cows and the things that the cows encountered in nature today.
Cow.
Oh gosh. So yeah, we have been Nature Check. We can go around one more time and retell all the folks who you are. We'll go in opposite order this time. So Dr. Kiki, tell them who you are and what you do.
I knocked hats off of my son's head. Yeah, I'm Dr. Kiki. I host the podcast This Week in Science, and I'm also on the board of a science communication nonprofit called Science Talk. So if you're interested in science communication, get in touch with me or check out sciencetalk.org. Who are you?
Who am I?
This is my son and I.
Who am I? Who am I? Tell me. Tell me, please. Who am I?
And then we got
Really
Sarah.
into this role.
Yeah, I'm Sarah Manka-Worthington. I am a PhD candidate over at Indiana State University. I normally study lizards, their physiology, their ecology, their coloration. Sometimes I show up here on Nature Check. I show up on a couple of other science streamers on Twitch. And yeah, that's what I do. Hopefully I'm going to graduate soon and get a big kid job. So.
Yay!
Woohoo! Right now I'm writing my dissertation.
Woohoo! You can do it!
And there's Emily.
Yes, I'm Emily Dodd. I have a background in the biological sciences, but then I moved over to the healthcare administration field. But I also am on the board of Chicago's LGBTQ music organization, Lakeside Pride. So we're a community band full of folks who are LGBTQ and allies. So we do all kinds of musical events throughout Chicagoland. So also check us out. And I also appear on some Nature Check video game streams every now and then. I'm currently playing No Man's Sky, but I've played some zombie games and also the Untitled Goose Game in the past. And Animal Crossing as well. That was really fun.
And all of Emily's streams are super fun to watch. She has great commentary while she plays games, so definitely check those out. You're doing like every other Saturday evening, is that the story? Yeah.
Yes,
Ellie,
just
right?
about.
Yeah, at least
Usually.
right. Yeah. And I have been Sheryl, your favorite dung beetle guru turned pollinator researcher, currently working on my PhD at the University of Illinois at Chicago. I also make science communication content on the Roving Naturalist on YouTube, and I coordinate Nature Check. So I play in or run one-shots like this on the channel on occasion. We're going to be doing another special one-shot with different players and different special guests in August, so come back and check that out. It'll be really cool. I'm also the game master or dungeon master for the Arda campaign, which is sort of our flagship Dungeons & Dragons game that we play. We play sort of on an irregular schedule because scheduling people to all be available at the same time is hard. Anybody who's played D&D before knows that. So you can find the schedule for all of our streams and games and things down in the reference section below the Twitch screen. You can also follow us on Twitter at Check Nature, because somebody else is using the Nature Check handle and not tweeting from it. But you can follow us on at Check Nature on Twitter to see updates to our schedule and get notifications about when we are doing things next. So thank you all, everyone, so much for coming and hanging out with us while we were cows this evening. We hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.